So, I ran across this a couple days ago. This reactor. It's a relatively new reaction channel. I've been enjoying their reactions, and then I ran across this comment. I think I'm just not gonna watch them anymore. That's how strongly I feel about this. But they were ranting about something that was really questionable. I guess I don't want to make it so people can track down the channel and shit talk them. So I'm trying to keep it vague. But I'll go ahead and say this: it's Breaking Bad reactions, and there's a point in the series where Mike says, "If I can't find out anything about you in I think it's Colombia, the whatever country Gus comes from. If I can't find out anything about you in Colombia, I seriously doubt the Hank can, because Hank is doing an investigation on his own, right? Now, that's the key point. He's doing an investigation on his own. And this guy goes on like a 5-minute rant, and seemed kind of angry. He actually seemed angry about this. That, and you can be passionate and not really be angry. I was passionate about Usopp, right? Like, I'm not angry. I'm irritated. I'm annoyed. There's a difference. But this guy who was pretty passionate, we'll put it that way. He seemed angry and dismissive and just really condemning the show for this, talking about it's ridiculous that one person, one private detective essentially, which is what Mike was, has the resources to investigate the bureaucracy of another country, and an official government organization doesn't. He has more resources than an official government organization. I'm going somewhere with all this, by the way. So just give me the benefit of a couple minutes. And so the thing was, he forgot, I guess, that it wasn't an official government organization. It was one man doing a rogue investigation by himself. So that's number one. But also, just on the face of it, I don't think it's a big ask. I don't think the show's asking for too much, even if it was an official inquiry. They say in the show that the records are messed up. And he's just saying, if I can't find anything, I doubt the other guy can find it. That's just Mike's opinion. Mike is giving his opinion. The show isn't giving the opinion. Mike is giving an opinion. Mike can be wrong. A character can say something and be wrong about that, their opinion. That's perfectly valid. But that's not what the guy was saying. He was like going off on the show about how that's bad writing, and it's ridiculous to make such a statement for the show. And so he was, and I was like, whatever. Like, it was a little annoying. I kind of skipped ahead a little bit because I was the rant was annoying me. I didn't think much else about it. But then I went into the comments, and this guy gave a perfectly reasoned comment talking about this. And it was a paragraph. It was kind of a long comment, but there was no name calling. It wasn't being dismissive. He wasn't being condescending. He was explaining that Hank was on his own with his investigation. He wasn't part of an organization. And that Mike actually had contacts within the State Department of Colombia and all that stuff. And, Gus has contacts back there and all that stuff. So he was making a perfectly reasoned argument that was calm, cool, just contradicting what the reactor had said and basically disagreeing with the reactor. And I want to read to you the comment back. LOL, Jesus Christ, chill bro, who hurt you? That's what the reactor said back. And I want to emphasize again, now I know this is filtered through my own perception. I don't want to put the channel on blast, or I'd let you go see the comment yourself. It was a very reasoned comment, very level-headed, very plain-spoken, nothing inflammatory about it, nothing insulting, just disagreeing with what the reactor said. And remember, the reactor was the one who was pissed off and inflamed and talking, what had a lot of emotion. And they're going to come back and say, chill, bro? LOL, Jesus Christ, chill, bro, who hurt you? Like, that is such a level of disrespect that I immediately unsubscribed. Okay, so how's all this relate to this? What's the point? Why am I airing this grievance here? Because I want to make this absolutely clear. People on this channel are allowed to disagree with anything and everything I say at all times with full impunity. You're never going to get condescended to. You're never going to get shouted at. You're never going to get a comment deleted. And if you give hate speech, I'm not big on name calling, even with my friends. Like, I have a friend of 12 years and I have a friend of 28 years. I've never called them a name. I've never said, you bastard, you moron, you idiot. None of that stuff. I just don't believe it because I got called so many names growing up. It will never come out of my mouth. Now, this is ironic because I call the characters dumbasses and morons. I call the characters names. I guess that's where I get the outlet, right? I call fictional characters all kinds of names. Never another human being in my life. I don't do that. So I don't want you guys doing it. So no name calling. You can say you're acting like a moron. My point is, like, I was very strong about Usopp last episode. I'm wondering what kind of pushback I'm going to get on that. I don't know yet. I'm recording as a batch. But if you hesitated to disagree with me, don't ever be intimidated by that. You can disagree as much as you want. You're never going to get an LOL, Jesus Christ, chill, bro, who hurt you. Ever. That will never happen. We're allowed to disagree. Discourse. I love discourse. I love disagreements. I love you pointing out things I got wrong. Here's why you're wrong. Here's the nuance of the story. He forgot, and I know this myself, when you're watching, you're going to forget little details. He forgot that Hank was doing a rogue investigation. He was thinking of Hank in his official capacity as part of an official organization. Even though the DEA probably doesn't have, well, maybe they do. Maybe they have, international connections. Because it is the Drug Enforcement Agency. Their purview is the United States. But they probably have a little bit of leeway about going outside the United States borders because that's where the drugs are coming from. So they may. But still, I didn't think it was, asking too much for the show to say this, right? So, but the point is, if there's a detail I forgot, and so I have a whole premise, my thing is, Usopp, the character development we've gotten from him, he should be beyond what we just saw. What transpired here. He should be past that. And now if you can cite some examples since the time skip where he's also been a coward, I don't think so, but even then I would still think they were part of what I have a problem with. My thing is, after the time skip, after everything he faced, he survived the hellish island, the worst island in the world, for 2 years. How did that not build up his confidence? How did it not build up his bravery? I don't see that. And if it didn't, he's just a shit human being. So I fundamentally disagree with all this, right? But, if you have another perspective, if there's something you can bring to the table, some details, do that, right? And I think a lot of people, sometimes the commentators, people commenting, will even apologize for having a disagreement, an alternate opinion. And it's just, that's never a problem. It's always okay. I have no problem with this. We're here for a conversation. I want a conversation. I wish there were more comments. I wish there were more people disagreeing with me. I'm never going to say, that's what some people do. They'll say inflammatory shit to get interaction so that, as interaction helps, it helps so much. Any comment really helps a lot. And there are people that will just say inflammatory shit, or what culture, which is why I blocked the channel. I used to love that channel. And there's a couple other channels like that, kind of pop culture, trivia, list. Here's the 10 best characters in this genre. Here's the 10 best movie monsters. But what I noticed them doing, I noticed this in every episode because I watched a lot of their videos, they would have a mistake, a very classic, easy mistake to make. They would say something like, Buffy never died on screen in the 7-year run of the series. She died twice. Now, that they may not have said that specifically, but there would be that big of a mistake. A mistake anybody would catch. There's no way anybody writing this article didn't know this. And you can see that slip through the cracks every now and then. But it'd be every video. And what they're doing is they know people want to correct. If people hear something wrong, they're going to go in the comments and they're going to correct it. They were driving engagement. They were intentionally putting bad information in their videos so people would comment to correct it. They would get more engagement. They would get more the algorithm would like it. They would get a better algorithm result. So that's when you're altering your content for the algorithm. That's where I draw the line. Never going to alter the content. I'm never going to say something I don't believe just to drive the content. It's just, I'm not going to do it. Drive the interaction, right? So, if there's a mistake, I come by it honestly. So, I would love to correct it. And so, I just wanted to, because I came off kind of strong. I was thinking about it after I finished recording. I was like, you know what? This kind of reminds me of that. And I don't want people to be afraid to come in and say something, because they probably lost 2 subscribers. They lost me. I unsubscribed immediately, and they probably lost the person they answered. There wasn't even an answer to it. The person who said that probably just unsubscribed and moved on to another channel. Just such a dick move. Such a dick comment. And I always hate the projection. You're the one that's mad, and you're telling the other person to calm down. That's another pet peeve of mine. Chill, bro. Dude, you're the one who's unchill. Anyway, that's my thing on that. So we're almost 700 episodes in, and you probably already know this about me. But just in case you don't, come in, disagree. If you're an Usopp stan, hit me with it. Oh, one other thing, real quick. The captions were off in this episode. You always cue on the caption. I'm the king of the world, whatever. I want to be the king of the pirates, whatever. So, because that's off, your copy could be different than mine, so we're going to have to use a different visual cue for this episode. So, it's the very first frame of the recap, the map here. Now, you'll see the caption is still off. This is part of the intro. Don't look at the caption. We're just looking at the very first frame of the recap. And speaking of the captions, I noticed that they snap back into place where they're supposed to be shortly after this. So there's some kind of a glitch. I don't know. But this is what we're going off of just this one time. We'll see how it goes from here on out. 3, 2, 1. Looks like they're doing 2 sets of captions for now. It's very weird. I'll go up a little bit so you can see what the second set is talking about. It's all jacked up right now. Maybe we're back to normal now. Yeah, here we go. F you. I see a broken helmet. So many different storylines, it's like some of these storylines, like we spent an entire episode on Usopp and we're going back to them apparently. But stuff like the gladiator stuff, which I'm not super invested in, I don't want a whole lot there, but that's like once every 10 episodes it seems like. And I really liked his Soldier King or whatever it is, the masked singing guy. I love that persona, that was really good. That's probably my favorite Usopp moment. Man, she's an adult. She just has a small body. Yeah. I'm gonna shove it down her throat. He's gonna be fine, man. Like, he should be able to put himself back together, right? He just dropped dead. That's what I thought. Like, you just cut him in pieces. He can reform, That's why I asked, was it a plant that can suck up the moisture? Because otherwise, you didn't do shit but just delay him for a minute, That's what I thought. I just noticed his beard, the character design is like dripping, his hair. Yeah, we're aware. Yeah, you better dodge. Okay, let's go to something else. Thank God. He does have a double. Well, we have now. Some swords back there, huh? He's gonna kick some ass, man, when he gets human. Hey, man. That's how it goes. Is this him? I saw that transition. I think this is him. They don't really do the 4 episodes in a row flashback anymore. They do like parts of an episode as a flashback. I don't know which I prefer. They're both interesting choices. He's the boy in the slum, huh? 15, he's ripped. Shoot him in the face. Maybe this is how he became a gladiator. He became a gladiator under the king. That's what I was asked about the timeline. Remember that? Come fight for me in the Colosseum. Since you like fighting so much. He's a thug. What king looking young as hell, man? Look at him. The king's got some drip. That's right. Your ass belongs in the Colosseum. Dudes, wait for orders before you just do some shit. Yeah. You'll make me some money in the Colosseum. Murderer. Oh, okay. He did what he had to do. I get it. So you murdered back. You know, I don't. Maybe I'm biased. I probably am. I don't think any language in the world is better for somebody who's angry than Japanese. It just flows so well with anger. Have you ever noticed that? There's a lot of angry people in anime. And it just, maybe German. German probably flows well for people who are angry too. That's about it. Like French, an angry Frenchman, it just isn't as cool. Just saying. He don't care, man. I think he's taking the measure of the man. Let's go party. I heard you're really good at partying. Okay, so this is starting to snap into focus here. There was I mean, I assume the Coliseum has been around for a long time. It's a big Coliseum. But there could have been sports in here. We don't know. So they were doing gladiator events. And he was in here doing gladiator shit. Yeah, keep talking shit, bitch. He's got the blunt sword just like Rebecca. Ha, that's right. Ha ha, get wrecked. Ha 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 ha. You goddamn right. So, if in this case, if he did win 1,000 matches, keep giving me people to fight. If he did win 3,000 matches, why would people remember that if they don't remember who he is? Did it say on? Maybe it said on the tablet. Maybe that's what it was. If it's written on the tablet, people can't forget because it's on the tablet. I got you. Yeah. He's one stubborn asshole. Get that bull out of my face. The hell you want? I want you to fight, man. You're making me money. Yeah, he's one stubborn ass. Still got his bandage on his head. Everybody wants to be understood until they're understood. He wanted it. The ratings are great. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Until Duffy perverted it, right? You get to fight all the time. 100 matches. Alright. It gives you motivation. There's 100 people getting their asses kicked. Kick the murderer's ass. They still don't like him. Y'all some assholes. Hey, they're ganging up, man. Just like, this is a good, this is a really good parallel to Rebecca. Here's the thing. If you win enough, people will like you. I've seen it in sports so many times. Nobody ever liked doing the Patriots till they won so much. You know? And then you start, of course, some people will hate them, but, you know, mostly. He's out of here. Look at him, kicking ass. I wonder if he likes the applause, although he's not really getting any. He is awesome. What an asshole. Shut up, Stacy. How about I start with you, asshole? Hey, man, a deal's a deal. A deal's a deal. I'm out of here. You're free to go. What? Man, F them. Go to some other country. Yeah, good point. Why does he still have the bandage? It's been 4 months. That doesn't make sense, does it? That makes no sense. That feels like a continuity error. Like the people, the artists, talking to him in a cage just automatically put it up there, right? It's been 4 months at least. Maybe longer, because I think winning 20 was 4 months. He is kicking ass, man. Honing his mind and his body. That's right. Get wrecked. Literally. Yeah. How many do I have to win before you people like me? Are you not entertained? Wonder how long it's been now. Put in some bad guys for him to beat up. They'll like him. 4 years. That's why I thought eventually people will like you. They can't help themselves. It's excellence. People like excellence. I knew I liked this dude, man. I love his backstory. Oh, shit. He can't stop thinking about what he did. Murderer. You can't get that blood off your hands. It don't matter how much you shake him up. What's done is done, man. I wish we all had a time machine, but we don't. Yeah, look. I like Young King. He's there at the grave of those two people. Would murderers, they were murderers too, right? Would they get a grave that elaborate? Look how good that grave is. Yep, real remorse. Maybe I'll start a family. Well, you're going to get your wish. You ain't gonna like it. That's some dramatic irony right there, man. That's why they did a commercial break right there. Give people time to absorb the dramatic irony of that, because that was great. I'm gonna have to put this son of a bitch in the Hall of Fame, man. He's got to go. He is excellent. Whatever happens to him, he can shit the bed for the rest of this story arc. He's awesome. I haven't really been adding a bunch of people to the Hall of Fame lately. We need a couple people in there. Ricky, huh? You thought, bitch. 3,000 wins. So I guess the tablet was right. That must have been what it was. It must have been a plaque, right? Shit. I thought that was going to be Rebecca's helmet that we saw, where the title card shows up, right? He hasn't taken a single hit. Come on, man. Ain't nobody that good. Shit. Get his ass. He's starting to slow down. Maybe that's why he's ready. Well, I've never taken a hit before. I should probably stop. Who was that fighter that retired undefeated? The hell was his name? Boxer, Oh, shit, that's a king. That's how he scored. Dumbass. He's proven it to himself. This foreshadows what he does later. He goes back in with that mask on again. 9 years. Go out there and start a family, man. It'll only lead to more heartbreak. We're having this conversation in front of this big-ass crowd. Follow orders. Yeah. So he's leading the guard or some shit. Yeah, the army. They finally forgot. Uh-huh. Piece of shit. He hasn't married her, right? This is the one he marries? So that's Violet. Okay. Yeah, that's Violet. You piece of shit. Okay, so you're not fooled. Who gives a shit? Wait a minute. Well, hold on, man. He's 25 and she's 15? No. Kibosh. Stop doing your clairvoyance. Yeah. Eat my ass. Ah, shit. See, this is the first time I've seen pirates do bad shit for the most part. Usually pirates are glorified. They're explorers. They don't kidnap people and murder people. Get the hell off me. They want ransom, I assume. How wrong are you about this? Yeah, they want ransom. That's what I figured. Who would want a princess? Like, some other country's like, yeah, I'm collecting princesses. Who the hell would pay money for that? The king would, but they're talking about selling them to somebody else, right? Thought you hated me. Don't get happy now. Get wrecked. Tell you what, this dude's got hands, man. No wonder that toy can kick ass. He is not screwing around, man. I destroyed the ship. We're sinking probably, so we should probably get going. What do you think? He can still be a murderer and save your ass. Yeah, she's 15. Keep your effing hands off of her. You sweat like a mofo. Dumbass. Okay, you keep your hands off me. You're 15. Come on now. Hey, a bento box. The hell you do? What are you doing in there? These are great, man. Like, you make them in little boxes of different kinds of food and shit. That's a good lunch right there. Got it wrapped up with their napkin, you know? So, I don't see any, like, any age fruit power being used to de-age him or age her up. So what's happening here? Like, this is problematic as hell. No. Kabosh. Yeah, you better back away. That's what I'm saying. Because she sucks. She's an asshole. Damn, what the hell? No, of course not, man. There's a 10-year age difference. Of course. What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Stark raving mad. That's like, that would never happen. No, Jesus Christ. Pathetic. I'm calling, what was that show? You know the one I'm thinking of. Catch a Predator. So the criminal record is what he has a problem with, okay. The hell are you talking about? You're 15. Maybe some time has passed. Maybe she's 16. Yeah. I don't know. She killed herself. Yep, she's out of here. They fake her death? They faked her death, okay. Shit, man. I thought that was a sight gag. Where it's like she said she was going to kill herself if she couldn't marry. I thought it was a sight gag. This ain't that kind of anime. Other anime would do that, right? They got me there for a second. Well, we're almost caught up to real time. Well, about she's 16 now. Shit. Dude, you're such a pansy. Rebecca is currently older than her mother was when his 25-year-old ass met her mother. He's a big softy. For such a badass. He's like one of these warrior poet types, right? He'll stomp the mud hole in your ass and then write a poem about it and, how much he's sorry that he had to hurt you. He's got gloves because he's afraid to touch her, right? Did we ever figure out why does a toy have only one leg? Is that just to be cute? Or did he take damage after he became a toy? Yeah, you idiot. She's laughing at you. Yep. Then we have the Dark Times. She was 6, right? So she's 16 now. Right, okay. Well, this ain't good. Burned to the ground. Well, that was mostly flashback, actually. I thought that they had stopped because, like, the previous story arc, or maybe it was earlier in the story arc, they were just doing little bits and pieces of flashbacks. But this was, I think, flashback basically from beginning to end. And good flashback. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, I think. Well, I just realized I spent all this time talking to myself because I wasn't recording. Jesus, man, it's inexcusable. There's no way I should ever start talking until I see the number moving because it tells you how many seconds it's recording. You just forget to do it. You have to forget 2 things. You have to forget to press record. Then you have to also forget to look at the counter. But I guess if you don't remember to press record, you're not going to remember to press the counter. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I got so caught up in formatting this because it was a little hard to get the format correct where you could see everything. Anyway, it doesn't matter why. I didn't record. So, like, you won't get my thoughts as I go. But here's Rebecca and Sabo. I put them under noteworthy characters. See, my point was, I don't think Rebecca can be put in the Hall of Fame until I know whether or not she is going to join the Straw Hats. I think there's a good chance she could join the Straw Hat crew. So until that gets determined one way or another, she doesn't go in the Hall of Fame. So she goes here. Noteworthy non-Straw Hat members. Okay, so we got that. Sabo, you see her, and you see what their numbers are. Fighting, you can see the numbers. I'm just so annoyed I forgot to press record. Comedy, my thing was, Sabo was funny as a kid. I don't know about an adult yet, so I don't know. I only gave him 4 magic because I don't know if he has a fruit power. He just has hockey. So the question is hockey considered magic? I consider it magic. Even though it's an acquirable skill. It still seems to be something some people can have more of and some have less of. Luffy seemed to come by it naturally without even being taught. And also, Sabo, I gave him only a 10 cunning because, I don't know, is he cunning? He was cunning as a kid. Is he cunning as an adult? We need to see more. We haven't seen enough. I do think he's a good fighter. And I think the rest of the numbers should speak for themselves. As far as Rebecca, she's not very funny. I don't think she's particularly cunning, but she's a good fighter. You can trust her loyalty. And Rebecca got a 16 bravery, and Sabo got a 15 bravery. I know you can't see the bravery, but, there it is. All right. Also, I made some changes with the Straw Hats. The biggest change was with Usopp. I changed his friendship down 1 because he abandoned Robin. His trustworthiness went way down. And his cool factor went way down. Because being a bitch-made ass mofo isn't cool. So he ended up losing 20 total points. He was at 106, now he's at 86. So, that's just what it is. I think I adjusted somebody else, but I don't remember who it was. But that was a big one. As far as the Hall of Fame goes, I added Leo and Cryos. Because I don't think there's any chance they join the crew. Rebecca could join the crew. I don't see either one of these people joining the crew. It's possible, but I don't think so. These numbers are pretty self-explanatory. I don't think Leo's particularly cunning. He's not cool. He's wearing suspenders with a tie and no shirt. Bare-chested suspenders and a tie. That is ridiculous. You know what that is? That's the opposite of cool. He is uncool. So, no cool points for him. But, you know, good fighter, and you can trust him in his friendship and all that stuff. And he's a little funny. As far as Cryos, obviously, he's one of the only 18 fighters we've got. I don't know if anybody else, maybe Luffy has 18, maybe Zoro does. Those are probably the only two, but he's an 18. Friendship and loyalty, you know, pretty much. And Kraus is, I gave him a 9 for comedy because he's funny when he's a toy. He's not funny when he's a human. So there we are, right? And then obviously he's very cool and he does a lot of cunning. So, and him and Leo both have a 16 bravery. I think that's all I did. But this only took me 5 minutes to explain. It took like, you know, 12, 15 minutes to actually do in the moment. So you probably saved some time here. So I wasted less of your time. But there may have been a couple other people I've already forgotten. But yeah, that's where we are. At least I didn't forget to hit record on reaction. It tends to be these kind of videos because reactions are pretty much, I have a routine. This was reformatting the crap, and I think I got distracted reformatting. Forgot to press play because I'm a moron. So there we are.